Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the NS9 postgame show powered by Permani Brothers. I'm your host, Anthony DiNardo. With me, of course, we have Neil. Neil, Pirates win tonight, 2-0, powered by Oneil Cruz's home run there. And a great start by Andrew Heaney. Most likely, pretty much guaranteeing his last start in a Pirates uniform.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, biggest surprise of the night is Andrew Heaney. I was fully expecting to get on here and talk about how he's tanked his trade value, and he goes out and does that. So you can never guess it with this team.
You can never guess. And I mean, hey, he started off really, really good. I mean, for the first 2 months, I think it was like a 3.5 ERA he had. I mean, again, the signing looked really, really good. He was a big part of the reason why this rotation was very effective, as an entire unit. And then seemed like June happened and very inconsistent. His ERA was in the mid-6s at that point after. You're talking about the trade value. What are you going to get in return? How are teams going to view him? And again, I don't think like one start changes everything, but I also feel like a month or so doesn't really change everything either. I mean, Andrew Heaney is who he is, but it's nice to see him having this performance to kind of send him off.
Yeah, and when I was on my bike ride listening to his start, all that I was thinking through in my head was just like, what would you give up if you're a GM for Andrew Heaney? Or would you roster him down the stretch? Do you think that his performance here in Pittsburgh is good enough to warrant, let's say you're a close team, would you give this guy starts down the line?
I think it all depends on the team.
Yeah.
I mean, there's certainly teams that are trying to find starters to piece together to get to the postseason. And I mean, that's simply a team that can use an Andrew Heaney because he'll give you innings. Mm-hmm. More often than not, he'll give you good outings. It's just unfortunate that he's had really, really, really poor outings more recent. But again, you saw he's very capable of doing what he did tonight, much like last night about Burrows. Same thing with Heaney. I mean, he's facing a very solid, offense in Arizona. I know Grichuk was pulled halfway through, but he's only about a league average hitter, right? Mm-hmm. But anyways, again, he carved through this Arizona Diamondbacks lineup. Yeah.
I mean, it's not even good. I think they 4th in runs scored this year. I'm pretty sure. I think you can check me on that. But
weighted runs created plus. So again, a very talented offense.
Yeah, very, very good offense. And so I'm thinking which team would want this? And it starts like this, get able to talk yourself into. Now, the Pirates going to get a good return for him? No. I would be concerned only kind of if you think back to Rich Hill in how he impressively tanked a lot of the Padres' progress down the stretch. That was something I would be tentative about. But, starts like this tonight can really help you start convincing yourself that trading for Heaney is the right call.
Yeah, for sure. But either way, again, Heaney had a tremendous performance today. He had the swing and miss going as well. Average exit velocity, I think, was 88 miles an hour. So, they weren't hitting very hard off of him. I think at one point, the broadcast even shocked when IKF got the grounder. I think it was the 7th inning. They kind of turned each other. Wait, was that the first grounder IKF has fielded all day? Because again, that was more or less what Heaney was doing. He had his final stat line: 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 4 strikeouts, no walks. Again, fantastic. He had the swing and miss going. This was the Andrew Heaney that you saw in the first half of the season where you said, hey, you know what? This was a good signing. I like the signing. There is some intrigue with him. There is some stuff that he carries along. It's just he finds some inconsistencies. And at the end of the day, he's going to be like a 4.5 ERA type of a pitcher. And, he was over 5 when this started. I think it was a 5.03. Right now, 4.79.
Yeah. And so, he's kind of underperforming. It's kind of weird when you think about the first month of the season where he was just so good. to the point that he's actually kind of underperformed his peripherals by being so bad, like his normal career. And so, yeah, like that's a little disappointing. But I'm glad this is again his last start as a Pirate. I'm glad he was able to go out of here on a positive note. And hopefully that means we get a slightly better 18-year-old in the complex league because of it.
There it is. So I do want to go and tell you all about BetOnline before we go further. Of course, BetOnline continues to be your number one source for all your sports betting action. And with baseball in full swing and football season around the corner, BetOnline has more ways to stay on the action with the latest odds, news and scores, even live in-game betting. From MLB, UFC to tennis, and NFL futures, BetOnline remains your choice for sports wagering info. In between games, head over to the BetOnline Casino with all the top style games, including poker and live casino. Head to the website today and take advantage of their industry-leading VIP program with level up bonuses and weekly cash boosts. BetOnline, the game starts here. So, again, Andrew Heaney had a really good performance, so we can talk maybe a little bit further on too. But again, like the pitching in total, I mean, yesterday we talked about the pitching, how good it was, how strong it was, and it carried over today. Again, Andrew Heaney, fantastic start going 5 innings, carries over to Genesis Cabrera, who I want to pump the brakes. Like you talk about guys who they are. Since coming over here, like he's kind of held his own. He did today, 0.2 innings, had a hit. Johan Ramirez, who we've seen before, he's been around the block as well. Comes in for 0.1, has a strikeout, also a hit, ends the inning. Caleb Ferguson, though, let's talk to other guys. Caleb Ferguson comes in, scoreless appearance. Santana comes in, scoreless appearance. David Bednar comes in, scoreless appearance. Those 3 guys also potential trade pieces. Pitching looked very good so far this series, and especially tonight.
Yeah, and I was going to highlight this because the Pirates tweeted it out. This is save 100 for David Bednar. So congrats on him making that milestone just in time for him to also be dealt at the deadline.
As well for him.
Yeah. I mean, and this is something that I've just been thinking about is like something that small market teams, like if you don't have a lot of money, like something that like the old good Pirates, like the 2013, is that they shut down the game after the 7th. Once after the 7th inning, if the Pirates had the lead, it was game over. Some years after the 6th inning, game over. And that's been Bednar and Santana since like April, basically, since May. You know, like
I mean, really, yes. Since Bednar's come up, he's been dominant. Now, since May 24th, he hasn't even given up a run. This is now 23 straight appearances also by David Bednar, where he's not given up an earned run. It's incredible. And 23 in a row.
And the 2 of them having given up an earned run since like mid-June or something like that. Like just the run that these guys are on is incredible. And it's, again, I think I mentioned this like on the last posting I was on, but it's really the stuff like this where you sit back and think, man, like there is a playoff team somewhere in here. The bullpen can really shut games down the stretch, something we didn't have last year. And the offense, you know, today was terrible offensive day. I know Merrill Kelly's a good pitcher, but the offense just keeps holding back quite a few talented guys. And it's such a disappointment. And I know this is a win and we need to be positive, but like that's the big thing that's going through my head is this team could have been so much more. And it's not.
Well, who was it? Michelangelo that said the statue's in the stone. I just got to pick away the stone to get to the statue. Is that what you're talking? Is that what this team is right now? That there's a playoff team in here somewhere. Just Ben Sherrington is a Michelangelo. Apparently, he's not chipping away the proper pieces to get there. Is that what you're alluding to?
I would say if that's the metaphor we're going with, the legs are carved out, and then like the body itself is like disfigured. it has like 3 arms and like a foot coming out of the head or something.
There it is. Yeah, but you're right. I mean, it's like what you assumed was going to be the strength of the team this year has been the strength. We witnessed it tonight. Again, the pitching was outstanding. And again, I can't give enough props for David Bednar. Last year was rough, but last year there was enough things when he looked at it and said that there's a playoff team in there. There's still a really good reliever in David Bednar. I'm not quite sure where it is and what's happened to it. And it didn't start off good and promising this year. And it was like, okay, oh boy, I don't know. But He goes down to AAA. We talk about it time and time again. It's nothing new. But again, I can't talk enough about it. He comes back up, and he has been lights out. I have seen the best version of David Bednar right now during the stretch than ever. And like that's what we are talking about right now. This isn't the same guy. This is the best version of David Bednar we've seen, and he's a 2-time All-Star.
Yeah.
He's been one of the better relievers in baseball. Kudos to him. Well-deserved 100th career save for him.
100%. I didn't mean to make the pun there, but like, and what's really cool about it is like, if you're a 2-time All-Star, you probably rightfully have some sort of ego thinking like, you got to think I am one of the best of the best. And so I think it was very easy for him to take being sent down to AAA very poorly in stride. You're like, what is this? Like, this isn't me. Like, he took it in stride. He didn't complain. There were zero reports of him being angry about it. And all he did was grind for a week and came up. And now, he's been one of the probably top 5 reliever in baseball since he's come back up. And yes, like it says a lot about his character. It says a lot about his talent. And it's been a pleasure. Really, it's been a real pleasure.
It really has. And I mean, the game starts out, it's 2-0 ball game. I mean, this is still a tight game. This isn't one of those. I know a lot of people have been talking about with David Bednar. Well, it's the team's not good. Yeah, it's 23 straight appearances, but it's a 10-4 loss that he's going into, and it's like not really. He's been in a lot of tight games. His WPA in that point in time is it's above 1. It's pretty solid as well. Like he's in some pretty solid situations today. Certainly, again, you're up 2-0. Eugenio Suarez is up to bat, strikes him out right away.
Him looks silly.
Lines out Barrasso, and then they have a pinch hitter come in, with Del Castillo, and he strikes him out to end the inning. So 2 strikeouts and a line out for David Bednar, and he shuts him down. I mean, he has been outstanding. And for this comment here from Tony DiMartino, Donardo, why are you trading Bednar? Then you must really trust Bednar, I guess. I've been on record advocating for all year, more or less, that they need to extend him. I think an extension makes a lot of sense. Maybe you get down to AAV, and you have him for 3 more years. And like the value of him to this team, I feel now maybe it's changed some. And again, you could maybe argue that he could bring it back a really, really good return. And that's to credit for David Bednar. But no, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I've said. I want David Bednar to be a Pirate next year as well, and probably the year after.
I think, and we don't have to turn this into a trade talk show. I'm sure you guys did it for 2 hours.
We did 2 hours of it last Thursday. Yeah.
2 hours of Gymnalytics is probably enough for everyone. But I just don't think in a realistic world, an ideal world, I'd keep Bednar around on a team that doesn't spend money. I think it's time to cash in. I think with the need for relievers and the need for the Pirates
out here.
You've gone black. I thought it was my computer at first.
No, my whole system is. This is crazy. This is nuts. Everything's flashing. I might be back. Carry the show, Neil. All
right. Well, I experienced technical difficulties. I agree, Jerry. I have always hated Suarez. It's great to see him strike out like that. That was great. I mean, I also agree, Tony. I don't trust Ben in the slightest, but I trust him more to trade a reliever than, say, someone like Keller. Yeah, sorry, Kevin. I don't know what Donardo's doing. But I 100% agree with William. Keep Santana. Santana's so good. Running like a sub 150 ERA for a full calendar year. He's your new closer. You still a pretty good team. And please keep dropping raise-its in the chat. And please rag on Donardo for having bad internet. We're that committed to honoring the Pirates. I did not Jolly Roger report. What did he say? Any specifics? This is true. Yes, Denardo got the Doug internet. Doug's in Doug's in Cooperstown. So Denardo got his Doug's internet for the weekend.
Hopefully I'm back.
You are back.
Okay. That was really weird. But anyways.
Yeah, I don't know what that was going on. I was just talking to the comments.
Well, where do we leave off?
I was saying
the show,
that
Neil.
Probably talk about like that this is the best chance to cash in on Bednar, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for a team to pay relievers. You know, the Neil Huntington teams never did. They just was always next man up. But if this is the end of the line, like, you know, Bednar has been an absolute pleasure. It's really cool that he's from the area. It's cool that he really wants to be here, and it really means a lot that he pitches for us. But it might be time to might be time to see what you can get for him.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. But either way, he did his part tonight. Congratulations, David Bednar, 100th career save. And again, like his ERA now down to a 2.19. I mean, he's creeping towards the ones. And we are speaking about David Bednar, who started off the year very rough, that he got demoted to AAA. So again, he's been outstanding. Thanks. Shout out to Yinzer, great name, for the 199 Super. Roller coaster it. What a wild ride this year. It has. I wish it was more wild in the positive side, but this roller coaster is going down quite a bit.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yep. But hey, I mean, let's talk about, we're talking about the game here. Unfortunately, one swing of the bat is all the offense needed. I mean, I guess fortunately enough, it is what's needed, but unfortunately, that's all the offense there was. Speaking of Suarez, there was a nice little defensive blunder that he made. Tommy Pham hits it to him at third base, Eugenio Suarez, and he just doesn't field it good at all. Shows why he's a terrible defender. And Tommy Pham gets on. And Oneil Cruz is up to bat. Finally, this team paid for another team's mistake. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Tommy Pham's up there. Oneil Cruz comes up, and he just launches a home run, makes it 2-0. Again, that was the only offense this team needed, thank God. But they actually cashed in. There was a mistake made, and they made the team pay for it. So Oneil Cruz, I mean, he had some really hard hits today in general, but he does go only just 1 for 4, no strikeouts. Again, he was making some pretty hard contact. Had one go to the warning track later on as well. But again, the big home run drives in too with Tommy Pham. There it was. And shout out to Cooper attending your very first MLB game and getting that home run ball. Yeah,
it's cool. I mean, like, people talk about how the home run derby ruins swings. I think the home run derby kind of helped Oneil, whether that be with confidence or whatever, but I think he's raised his OPS a solid like 30 or so points ever since the All-Star break. He's looked like a different man. He's not striking out as much, and finally he gets a home run. No, that was awesome to see, and he killed that pitch too. Like, that was something you knew as soon as it was off the bat, it was gone, and that was really cool to see.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just his second home run since June 29th. And yeah, like he certainly has struggled mightily before the break. I'm not here to say that the home run fixed him. I'm not here to say the break fixed him. I'm not saying that he's going to have the tremendous second half, but he has looked better. That's all you can really ask for. The strikeouts are down a tad. I know he had a 3 strikeout game about a week ago, but since then, it's certainly like since the All-Star break, right? Like, he has been hitting the ball better, making solid contact. Of course, he's a menace on the bases still. He has looked better. So again, a big home run from him today that essentially won the game. I mean, without that, we're in extra innings once again. Probably not on the post-game show yet. So, but yeah, Oneil Cruz certainly has looked better. Kudos to him. I truly don't think he's been as bad as he was. I think we all kind of feel that way. He does need to be better, and so far he has looked better.
Yeah. And again, I don't have the exact numbers for what it's been like since he's off the All-Star game, but it's positive signs. And I think we as a podcast should also just be hating on Suarez more I know it's been a while since he's been a Red, but I like seeing any and all opportunities to trash, Suarez. I approve.
Especially that bad defense. I mean, could Brian Hayes want to do that? And here, I just wanted to say something in general, right? Yeah. And this isn't, don't take this also for what it's going to sound like and how people can misconstrue things. This isn't that Hayes is better than Suarez. It's not that Hayes has more value. All I'm trying to say is a run saved does equal a run earned. Okay. Yeah. Suarez doesn't make that error. It's a 1-0 ball game. Suarez hits a home run. That's a 1 run as well. So again, for the people, Hayes isn't as valuable as Suarez. Hayes needs to be better. I would welcome a trade because for this team, he doesn't fit, but his defense shows a lot of value. There's a lot of value in saving runs as there are as creating runs. 1 run saved is the same as 1 run earned. That's all I wanted to say with that. To continue.
Yeah.
By the way, Hayes, not a good game.
Yeah, we're just gonna get the clips of you saying that. Hey, Hayes is better than Suarez. That'll
Hayes
be good
for 3 today.
almost gets really hurt on a foul ball when he fouls it off himself. So could have been way worse.
Right. But anyways, so again, we talk about the pitching, and again, we talk more about Bednar, but once again, Santana comes in. They had a rough night last night. It was shaky. He had 2 walks in an inning. He comes in today as well. He has 1 inning. He has another walk today, but a strikeout gets out of it. Caleb Ferguson, though, also. Caleb Ferguson, 1 inning, no hits, no walks, a strikeout. He had the really rough appearance the other day, but he has been really strong too lately. Not Bednar or Santana strong of recent. And I know the ERA, because like that one appearance is pretty rough. It's at a 3.83 now. But Caleb Ferguson's looked really good. He's been a very effective reliever. And again, today had a very good, productive outing as well.
Was that me that time?
It was. But You're with us now.
All right.
You good?
Cool. Yeah, I'm good. What were you saying?
Caleb Ferguson, really, really good appearance today. He's been very solid of recent also. Outside of that one time that he was really bad.
I am surprised that his ERA is almost 4. I feel like just based on eye tests, like throughout the entire year, like he's way more close to like a 3 or sub 3 than he is like around a 4. So obviously, like it's really nice to see him bounce back. I know he did have that really rough stretch, like back a month ago. But I mean, overall, his body of work has been pretty darn good for the $3 million we're paying him this year. It's not like we dropped the big bucks on him.
Yeah, and again, it really comes down to this. It was actually 2 back-to-back. I forgot. I mean, he had a 2.70 ERA before the break, and since the break, he had 2 appearances. He gave up 4 runs and 2 runs. And again, like, they weren't good. So 6 earned runs. I mean, again, as a reliever, coming into that, you have 40 innings pitched. So those 2 appearances really, really tanked that ERA. But again, like he looked really good through the break. He came back, and that's one thing we talked about since the break. That series, Yanzer-Palooza, all the pitching was terrible. We felt that they just looked rusty. Again, that was the strength of this team. It's one thing that the offense comes out of the break and look awful. Well, that's just status quo. That's just what it is. But the pitching, starting and really, I think everything hands down, except I guess for Santana and Bednar. Not that they pitched all that much, anyways. But even the bullpen, like everyone looked really, really bad. Caleb Ferguson was part of that. But Caleb Ferguson today comes in, looked very effective. That's how he's been for essentially the entire season. So yeah. Also, probably going to get traded.
Yeah, for sure. It kind of sucks that like all the guys we get to talk about tonight, even Cruz has been thrown around in trade talks. I don't think it's going to happen, but like almost every single guy highlighting the show,
right,
is probably out the door. It has a decent chance of being shown the door in the next week. So, hopefully we keep some of them. Hopefully we keep some of these guys around because I enjoy watching some of these guys play, and I don't get to say that about many of the Pirates players.
Right. And the thing is these are the guys that are good. So they're helping the team win.
Yeah.
Air quotes win. So yeah, hold on to your butts after the deadline. But outside of that, yeah, I mean, Brian Reynolds, once again, a very, very bad game. Just a very bad year. He started to heat up a little bit. I mean, his July started out awful. I think it was 1 for like 23 or something to start off the month. And then he started to heat up a little bit. Back-to-back games, he's 0 for. Today he goes for 0 for 4 with another strikeout. Just doesn't look good. And that's just, again, with Brian Reynolds, it's more or less that he has like this stretch of good games, like what happened in the middle of July. You know, he has like a stretch of maybe 5 to 7 games where it's like, oh, okay, he looks like he's back, but then reverts back to this, you know, and coming into this game, he was batting 197 for the month of July. Clearly now going over 4, that's going to drop.
It just shows how bad the season's been, that like Brian Reynolds has been the best Pirate over the last 5 or 6 years. And he has been one of the least valuable players in baseball, like without a shadow of a doubt. You know, it's tough to watch because he hits the ball hard, but it feels like every single time he hits it, it's a grounder to second base or he's striking out. And it's not like he's fielding all that well. And so it's just really, really rough to see. And, you know, it keeps happening. It's been this whole cycle of like, oh, he looks good for 3 games. And then he goes into another week-long stretch of being terrible. And like this July is just inexcusable. Like you have to have hit your stride by now. You got your break. You got the All-Star game, like you got your break and everything. You got to start showing up, man. And I know no one knows that more than him, but like it's tough. And at this point, I feel like you kind of have to consider dropping him in the order, don't you? Like he's kept that all year.
Sure.
I don't know. Like I know there's not really many people that take his spot, but like
that's the caveat. It's like, okay, for who? I mean, I guess like Nick Gonzalez is performing. There is Oneil Cruz. I mean, there certainly are people. I mean, let's just kind of call it for what it is. He has an 81 weighted runs created plus. He has a negative 0.5 WAR that was entering today. Could be a negative 0.6 tomorrow. He hasn't been good. Looking at this lineup, he has a 661 OPS. So that means Spencer Horwitz, Andrew McCutchen, Tommy Pham, Oneil Cruz, and of course he didn't play, but as mentioned, Nick Gonzalez, all higher OPSs than him. He's just beating Brian Hayes, Joey Bart, who, by the way, Joey Bart also good game, 2 for 2 with a walk. We've been kind of poo-pooing on him a little bit. Now, obviously, he did get a double too. You know, we've been talking about like when he does get a hit, it's a single. He's been getting a lot of singles, so he flashed a little bit of the power today. He got a double. But yeah, like Reynolds is better than just Hayes, Bart, Aguero, who finally got a taste of the lineup, I guess, and IKF. That's like basically
it's crazy how much IKF's fallen off a cliff. It's really not talked about either, but it's 635 OPS for someone like him is just, you can't live with that either. And so he's probably gone in the next couple of days. But man, what could have been like like back in May or back in June was looking like a really nice trade piece.
Oh yeah,
is not going to fetch you with thing. Like, and so no, I mean Reynolds, I don't even think sitting him for a series is going to do anything at this point. You guys kind of let him play it through it every day. I'm hoping he comes back hitting next year, but you know, it's bleak with him because the strikeouts keep getting worse, and his defense still stinks. And we have enough DH level players on this team, especially if Kutch comes back. You know, it's not looking good for next year.
Right. Yep. Number right about IKF. He's got a 77 weighted runs created plus at this point in time. I mean, the defense has been better than I expected, but again, it's limited because it's just a shortstop. He's best in my mind served as a utility player, not getting like everyday at bats. getting the actual versatility, like getting what he makes him good, getting what makes him valuable. He's starting every day at shortstop, and I think that we're kind of experiencing the negative effect of that. Like you said, he started off hot, and he's kind of cooled down. He's an everyday guy. He's at shortstop, a very demanding position, and I just feel like that's not putting him in the best situation.
No,
I think other teams kind of also, again, talking about people who they are, right? Like we know who IKF is likely. He is the utility guy. He can play all around, not every day. And I feel like if he gets traded and other teams recognize that, he'll go to them. He'll be put in the better situation, and he'll succeed in that role with them. Mm-hmm. He's just not succeeding because he's not that type of guy. He's not an everyday starter at shortstop.
Nope.
So
it's kind of like what we did with Connor Joe, where like Connor Joe was hitting super well. And I said, like, once he goes every day, it's going to keep going down. Inevitably it did. And we never learn. I mean, obviously, it's not like we have another shortstop here to like play every day because we don't. But still, it's really annoying to see us misuse our assets.
Yep, absolutely. But anyways, Pirates do win 2-0 today. They go and play tomorrow, and Paul Skeens takes them out. So there's a good chance that they could take the series. If they can score a run, hell, maybe 2. We'll find out. But they win today. Let's go ahead and do hold on.
We're killing it with the technical difficulties today.
Well, I got to redo the thing. Everyone do your hashtag raise it. Everyone do your hashtag raise it in there. Want to make sure we get this in there. Yeah, there are some technical difficulties. I'm not sure if this actually was correct. So if you've done it already, do it again. I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds. Get your hashtag raise it for your chance to win 2 Permane Brothers sandwiches. So while we're waiting for everyone to do that, of course, if you haven't also already, like, subscribe. You can join if you want, 99 cents a month. Get these cool emojis and such. Maybe help me get a new computer. I'm just joking. But yeah, do all the fun stuff. We appreciate you all. And I do want to say one thing too. Nathan's next video is coming out tomorrow. It's kind of the trend every Sunday in the morning. Nathan's video comes out. Him and Jim are actually doing tier lists on Ben Cherington trades. So if you're not depressed enough, watch that tomorrow. Okay, you can do so.
Is it just like one tier, just F? Is that like the only tier you can place the trades in?
Just one F tier, basically. Yeah. And then also we have going on, as we've mentioned, and you might have seen that video on Twitter, but Doug and Ryan are in Cooperstown. We got a little update on what they did today. But yeah, they're in Cooperstown. They'll watch the ceremony tomorrow. Lots of content coming from them soon as well. So good stuff. Is it time?
I think it's time.
Did everyone get your raise-its in?
I hope so.
So do I. Let's go ahead and add. All right, folks. So we're going to do the raffle. Let's see who gets their Permane Brother sandwiches. So our very first winner for tonight is Harry Iglesias.
Congrats.
So shout out to Harry. You are our first winner. You know what to do. If not, I'll tell you. Go ahead and download the Permane Brothers app if you don't have it already. If you do or don't, whichever email you sign up with and associate with it, go ahead and DM us, whether if it's through Twitter, Discord, Instagram, Facebook, best needs and ways. Go ahead and DM us. Just send me the email address associated with it, and we'll get those sandwiches out to you.
Wait. He doesn't live in the U.S.
Never mind, Harry. He hit us with the okie doke. He can't win, so we're gonna draw again.
Wait,
Harry, what are you doing?
We have a strict no Europeans policy. So.
He lives in Panama. Well, shout out to our fans in Panama. Hey, this one's in Ohio. Bucco fan in Ohio won. So Bucco fan in Ohio, you are eligible. You can win. So you do what we just told the other person, Harry, to do. DM us. Tell us your email address associated with it. And we'll get that out to you.
Wasn't that for Manties, but he does have really nice weather.
Yes. All right. Let's go ahead. Oh, wait. Did Harry says Panama City. Are you in Florida, Harry? He's just messing with us all night. All right. Our last, hopefully, winner for the night is Jeffrey. Jeff, I think you're a previous winner as well.
Okay.
I remember the Sonic logo.
Nice.
So, yeah, same thing.
DM us real fast.
DM us real fast. Collect all your rings. Yeah, go ahead and DM us your email. We'll get those out to you. So congratulations to tonight's winner, except for Harry. Everyone else, congrats. We love you all. Anything else we want to say before we get out of here?
No, I think I'm good. Sorry, Harry. Hope Permantes comes to Panama real soon.
Absolutely. And yeah, it's not Panama City. So he's truly in Panama. So, yeah. Like he says, home, the land of Omar Moreno and Manny Sanguillen. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, we are out of here. We appreciate you all, as we always say. And we truly do. So we'll see you guys tomorrow after the Paul skiing start. Bye-bye.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in. Whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube, if you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucks.